What's going on, everyone? Happy New Year, first and foremost, because it is a new year. And with it being a new year, I'm going to be doing some new videos. I know it's been a while since we put out anything. Put out one like a couple months ago with me and my son, who kind of lost interest in the project, so haven't really done much. Well, we haven't done much. I've been doing quite a bit. And actually, this is what this video is about. I have been looking online, doing a bunch of stuff, and found some cool jigs that I wanted to try to build myself. Rather than like paying for plans or paying to buy the files for the CNC or whatever, I just kind of looked at it and said, I kind of get what it's supposed to look like. I kind of understand the idea of it. And so I made a couple. And this first one is a neck shaping jig to shape the back of necks. Now, like I said, I didn't follow any plans. I just kind of saw a bunch of different designs and stuff online. And I went ahead and made one, but I didn't record the making of it. So instead, what we're going to do today is we're going to hop on the CNC. We're going to hop on the easel. I already got the file loaded up. We're going to cut out a couple of test necks. And then we're going to try out this jig, which you'll see in here in just a second. So, well, let's hop right into it. Check this out. Okay, so first of all, I found a bunch of this scrap plywood and a little bit of my wood hoard. I've got a bunch still out in the shed as well. But I grabbed a bunch of this and I cut them down into 1-inch strips and glued them together to form this guy here. So I got this all mounted up on the X-Carve by Inventables, which I have recently upgraded to the stiffer, bigger, better Z-axis. It's the whole upgrade kit. And made a couple cuts on it, and it is way better than before. So I typed my measurements in over here to what the plywood is, and I lined out a couple of test necks. Two of them have like a Strat style heel, and one has a telly, well, straight up telly profile, the whole thing. But basically what I'm doing is I'm cutting these with the truss rod slot, so I can test to make sure that my neck cutting jig is not going to cut too deep once it's at the final profile. So let's go ahead and load this up. It's already loaded, ready to carve, so let's go ahead and cut these out and see what we got. Alright, there you go. 3 test necks. Now that they're all cut out, like I said, I cut these at 1-inch thick strips of that plywood. So now I gotta trim them down. Now I could have cut, a little closer to the thickness of a neck material, which is about 3/4 of an inch. But I wanted to give myself a little leeway. Just, I don't know, that's what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and rip these down to just over, like slightly over 3/4 of an inch on the Laguna 1412 bandsaw. So I'm just going to rip those through real quick. Just basically cut the backside off since we've already got a truss rod. And then they'll be to about the thickness I need to test out the neck shaping jig. So check it out. Alright, before I get some negative comments, why didn't I use a feather board? Why did I not have a better fence setup? Well, I don't have a feather board. That's the fence that the saw came with, and I haven't made a new one that's a little bit taller to do next. So that's just the way that I've been doing it. But at least I had eye protection. So anyways, now got my necks down to just over, like I said, just over 3/4 of an inch. And we're ready to test out this jig. So I'm going to grab that and set it up, and we're going to try it out, see what happens. Alright, so here is the jig. I've got one of the neck blanks in there, tacked down with super glue and masking tape. Like I said, it's not a precise jig. It's not something that I got plans for. It was just something that I made. So this may be a utter failure. And if it is, well, you're gonna see it. So here we go. Okay, so it works, just not as good as I had hoped. I think I've got some more fine tuning to do on it. I think I may need to redesign the pucks. It's got a nice shape. I didn't go all the way down because I think if I do, it's going to be a little too thin. But overall, I mean, it's a little chewed up, but it's got a little bit of a nice radius on it. So now what I'm going to do, since I'm already at this point with this one, I'm going to go ahead and grab my Shinto rasp, clean this up a little bit, and see if I can actually get a good feeling neck out of it. So hold on. Let's do that and see where we go. Alright, so it's a lot later now, and I got a little carried away. I got the Shinto rasp. This thing is awesome. Was using that and some chisels and a little bit of my orbital sander, and shaped out a nice little transition here. I cut the headstock down to shape, but I got a nice shape on the back of this neck. I'm actually really impressed with the shape of it, the feel of it. It feels nice, it feels comfortable. I had a fretboard blank that I was holding up to it to kind of get the full shape and feel, the full size of it, and it feels good. I'm actually really excited. I'm gonna probably take this test neck. I still have the other two right here that haven't been shaped at all yet. I think with one of these I might try to do the facet method and see how quickly I can get between the jig and the facet method, how quickly I can get a nice decent shape like I've got here. This one didn't really take me that long. I was kind of surprised by it. It went pretty fast, but feels good. And I've actually been doing some other test stuff. Obviously, like I said, earlier in the video, I had some scrap plywoods. That's why I made this neck. You know, you can see the plies in it. It's all cut up and laid together. I've been doing some things where I'm just testing out ideas. So this test neck is going to go on this test idea body. However, my neck pocket here is a little bit big, so it's a little loose. but I can fix it. It's not too bad. But kind of a cool shape, cool idea. Just something that I'm testing out. It's a bit shorter than a normal Firebird, but a different shaped horn here. But yeah, pretty cool. I'm hoping that it works out good. Sure it will. But let me know what you guys think. Leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys are excited for this New Year's. And thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, keep building, keep having fun. See you guys next time.